Hey guys, Kate here on Valentine's Day 2018. Thanks for joining me. So happy to be building a little following, a loyal following out there, and so thankful for each of you taking your time out of your Valentine's Day schedule to turn into my workshop series. I just wanted to say we have a water main leak. I have no water to my house, and they're digging up my oak tree in the front. So, and my landscapers are coming, and the dogs are on high alert. So I apologize if there's a lot of barking or anything like that, but it is what it is. And before I go any further, my usual disclaimer that anything I present here is for educational and informational purposes only, and should not supersede any advice you receive from your healthcare practitioner. I am not a licensed therapist, but I am a certified integrative nutrition health coach, and my certificate is recognized by the New York State Education Department. I also want to point out that much of the information I present here is in no way 100% my original thought. I borrow a lot of data and opinions from books, bloggers, articles I've read, all over the place. And I can't cite all of my references in my videos. That defeats the purpose of keeping these short and sweet. We'd be here all day if I was citing everything that I borrow from somewhere else. So if you want to know where I get some information, if it's not my opinion, I am happy to provide you with my references, and you can go read them on your own in your spare time if you're so inclined. For the most part, I'll usually state when I'm sharing my opinion, but I don't want anybody thinking that I'm coming up with all of this on my own. I'm mostly a gatherer and sharer of what's already out there on the topic, and I'm here to save you the time of reading all the stuff I sit around reading in the dark on my phone when I put my kids to bed at night. Okay, one more thing before we get going. You do not have to watch these videos live. A lot of people have asked me that. They stay on my timeline, so you can always go back after the fact and check out my page, my personal Facebook page, and the videos will all be there as you scroll through chronologically through my posts. Okay, so today we will be talking about body image, why it's important to have a positive body image, how you might have developed a negative body image, and for all you perfectionists out there, why it's not your fault if you already have a bad body image. And maybe most importantly, I'll share some tips on improving your body image. Those of you with daughters who have influence over young women or girls in your lives will want to pay extra special attention to why it's important to have a positive body image. Okay, here goes. Body image. Everybody has it, but what is it? Your body image is the subjective picture or mental image you have of your own body, or it's a person's perception of the aesthetics or sexual attractiveness of their own body. A healthy body image is when you feel relaxed and good about your own body. A negative body image is when you think about your body or any of its parts in a negative way. Body image is your relationship with your own body. It encompasses your thoughts, your feelings, your perceptions, and your actions pertaining to your own physical appearance. It is very, very complex, and it affects people in very different ways. For some rare, very lucky people, they're 100% satisfied with their own physical appearance, and they don't give much thought to their physical appearance. Others aren't 100% happy. They're somewhat dissatisfied, say with their tummy or their love handles or freckles or, hi Scott, thank you for watching, or their frizzy hair or wide feet. But this discontent does not cause them major upset in their everyday lives. For some people, though, their dissatisfaction with their body is extreme and is associated with a wide range of emotional and behavioral issues. How we perceive our looks can dramatically affect our everyday lives. Some say our perception of our body image is the key to our mental health. Whether or not we like what we see in the mirror helps us value and take care of ourselves or not. The way we view our own appearance matters a lot. But let's back up. Let's look at some statistics so we can see how pervasive this issue is. 42% of girls between grades 1 and 3 want to be thinner. That's girls between the ages of 6 and 9. Girls that young have already decided that they don't like their bodies as they are and want to change them. That's really sad. More than 90% of girls 15 to 17 years old want to change at least one aspect of their physical appearance, with body weight ranking highest. 81% of 10-year-olds fear being fat. They don't fear being abducted or the death of a loved one. No, they fear being fat. That's sad too. Most fashion models are thinner than 98% of American women. So who we see modeling the clothes that we might find beautiful and want to wear, who we see on the pages of magazines that we look at, these people are not representative of most 98% of real women. Jennifer Lawrence, an actress who is a role model to so many young women and little girls because of her role as Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games movies, she's considered a fat actress. She's considered obese by Hollywood standards. That's disgusting. There are so many different types of bodies, including those that are revered and put up on a pedestal by the media, and those that are ridiculed in magazines and on social media, that we're often left wondering if our body is good enough. So how can you determine if you have a negative body image? These are some questions you can ask yourself. Do you avoid doing or have anxiety over certain activities or interactions because you feel physically self-conscious? Are there aspects of your physical appearance that you really dislike? Do you spend a great deal of time worrying about what others think of your appearance? How important are your looks in determining your self-worth? Have you maybe, whether you're conscious of it or not, decided that you're not good enough because your looks aren't what you want them to be? Do your feelings about your looks get in the way of you feeling happy or enjoying your life, at least some of the time? Your answers to these questions may not be as obvious to you as you might think. You might have to dig a little under the surface to get at your true answers to these questions, but some clues might be: if you avoid going to the beach or the pool, or won't take your cover-up off when you're wearing a bathing suit, or you automatically reject an invitation for a day out on the boat because people might see you in your bathing suit, you might want to examine what's driving your hesitation. If you spend a lot of time fixing the filters on the photos you plan on posting on social media because you want others to see you just so, then you might want to spend some time unpacking why. If you wouldn't be caught dead without your face completely made up, let's explore that a little further. If you don't eat what you want in public, or how much you want in public or at social gatherings because you fear people will judge you for being too fat to eat that, we should talk. Those are just a few examples, but when we start peeling back the layers of people's behaviors, hi Rachel, the way they live their everyday life, and look at the little things that are holding them back from true happiness, from achieving true joy. Things like I'll go for that job interview after I lose X number of pounds. I'll go on that vacation when I fit this bathing suit. I'll ask her out when I can see my abs or my biceps are ripping, whatever guys say. I'll be happier when I fill in the blanks about your physical appearance. We can see that there are so many little ways that we put our lives, our happiness, our full potential on hold because of how we hope others perceive our physical appearance. The messages we receive in the media, from our parents, from our peers, hi Karen, from magazines and movies and songs and social media, even Harry Potter, and I'm hard pressed to knock one of my favorite book series of all times, but even Mr. Dursley and the little boy, I can't remember his name right now, they're made to seem more ugly as people because they're very, very fat. Their fatness is made out to be one of the more disgusting things about them as if the rest of their characteristics, their personality traits, weren't ugly enough. We're fed this message all day, every day, that fat is bad, ugly is unwanted. We need to conform to this one look, or we don't deserve whatever. And it's so hard to escape. Yeah, it's almost a full-time job trying to escape it. So, how do we escape it? How can we avoid these images of the ideal body type when they're so prevalent in our daily lives? First, let's change our social media feed. Let's change the images that pop up on our feed in a very deliberate way. Seek out body positive role models. There are so many advocates out there, and you literally just have to go on Google and type in body positive role models, and lists of them come up with their handles on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook is a little bit different, but you can find their name and seek them out and start to follow them. Some names, some of my favorites are Summer Inanen, Ashley Dunn, Lori McCauley, Anne Ransom, Emily Margaret Wright, Brittany Baxter, and one of my very favorites, she writes a column for Refinery 29, which you can follow online. She's a blogger, and she wrote the book, Big Girl, is Kelsey Miller. Look them up, follow them, search them out, search out pictures of people that look like you, and make these the top people that scroll across your feed. Change the images you see every day. Watch TV shows and movies with a variety of different types of people. This Is Us comes to mind. Not shows that only exhibit people with one very specific body type. And the whole time you're watching, you're subconsciously storing away these messages of comparison and less than. What else can we do to escape negative body image? Don't be mean to yourself or to anybody else. Train yourself out of habits like avoiding mirrors and your reflection in windows. Instead, spend an extra few minutes in front of the mirror. Gaze at your reflection and even leave yourself little post-it notes with positive things you like about yourself, so you remember to think kind thoughts and to say kind words to yourself out loud. What else? Know your body and accept it. This is hard, but think about it this way. We wouldn't criticize our feet for being a size 8 when we wish we could fit into those size 6s that are on sale, would we? Happy Valentine's Day, Scott. No, we might be a little sad that the store doesn't have those shoes in our size, but we don't leave the store hating our feet. No, we're mad at the store. Why don't they have better inventory? So don't hate on your hips for being wide, or your butt for being round, or your back for being broad, or your shoulders for being strong. These are genetic characteristics, and actually, up until pretty recently, as a woman, you would have been revered for these characteristics because they meant you were strong and resilient and fertile, and you would make a good head of the household because you wouldn't die when famine struck. No, you had a little extra fat on you, and you would live when all the starving people died. For anybody who's interested in the history of the diet industry and when we started hating on curvier figures and idolizing skinny minis, I can give you some really good references. And I'm not hating on skinny minis either. Everybody is beautiful. And my point is that you can't judge somebody by the way they look. Just because somebody's skinny doesn't mean they're trying to be that way. They just are, genetically. And above all, remember that celebrities are not real people. It's their job to look a certain way. And that certain way is the way that their bosses believe people want to see them. They get paid to starve themselves. And they have personal trainers and chefs and stylists who create looks just for them. And their clothes are custom fit to them, and they are highly make-upped and airbrushed and photoshopped. Just as a side note, I find this really interesting. Speaking of clothes being made for people, did you know that it was not until very recently that clothes came in fixed sizes? People have not always gone into a store hoping to find something that fit them and looked good. No, they used to go to a dressmaker or a tailor, and the seamstress or the tailor would make clothes to fit that person. Think on that for a minute or two before you look at your butt in those horrid dressing room lights and three-way mirrors and hate yourself a little bit more because you don't fit a Gap size whatever. So all that I've just covered is especially good to remember if we have little girls or we have influence over young women, and it's good for us too. But these are tricks that we can use to get them to avoid ever developing a negative body image. When your daughter looks in the mirror, encourage her to look a little bit longer, to gaze at herself and talk to herself and say, I am wonderful, I am powerful, I am strong and brilliant and amazing, and I can do crazy, awesome things. I am beautiful and perfect, and I am loved. No matter what I do, I am who I am, and I am loved for who I am. Encourage your teenage daughter to change up the people she sees in her media images, or better yet, keep her off social media as much as you can. Please remember that you, as the parent, are responsible for purchasing your child's clothing. And just because it's in fashion, you do not have to buy your daughter the shortest shorts or the Brazilian cut bathing suit. I mean, let's leave some things to the imagination and celebrate our daughters for their brains and skills and their contribution to the world. Surely we can teach little girls that they're worth more than their looks. And for those that have sons or little boys in your life, please let's not focus when we're watching the Avengers on the six-packs and the biceps and the superhero looks. I mean, so few men who lead valuable, normal lives as good partners and dads and contributors to society have time to be in the gym every day, drinking protein powders, nor why would you want to drink protein powder every day, shredding their muscles. Let's encourage our little boys to be happy and active and spend less time playing video games and more time developing social skills and more time learning how to treat each other and girls nicely. Okay, that's enough of that rant, and on to the last part of today's workshop, which is, so Kate, what do I do if I already hate my body? And why is this relevant to intuitive eating, which is what the whole workshop is about? Okay, so first, why this is relevant to intuitive eating. If we want to learn how to listen to our body and to learn how to give it what it truly needs in terms of movement, exercise, and nourishment, satisfying eating experiences, then we need to feel positive about our body. If we keep coming from a place of hatred and disgust, we will forever be punishing our body for the ways we feel it has let us down. The more we hate our physical appearance, the less we trust our body to tell us what it needs. We'll never be able to learn how to interpret its signals and say, no, that's a feeling. That's me feeling sad or lonely or uncomfortable or betrayed. And that's the real reason I'm craving ice cream. That's not to say there aren't physical reasons we crave ice cream. There are, and we will talk about that in a later episode. But there are a lot of times we eat in response to a feeling rather than physical signals. And if we just trust our body because we hate the way it looks, we can't ever get to the place where we can say, today I'm craving ice cream because I'm tired and it's hot and I was just very, very active and my body wants some cooling down and some dairy, so I'm going to eat ice cream. Or, today my friend said something very mean to me and it hurt my feelings, and my mom used to give me ice cream when I was sad, so I'm craving ice cream. And by the way, becoming an intuitive eater is coming to a place where we sometimes eat the ice cream because it's a physical craving, and ice cream is the only thing that will satisfy that physical craving. And being an intuitive eater is also sometimes eating the ice cream because when you were sad, it's what your mom gave you to feel better. And the surest way to comfort and take care of yourself right now is to have some ice cream. But becoming an intuitive eater is also sometimes saying, I might physically be craving ice cream, or I might be sad and that's why I want ice cream. But I also ate another food today, which in combination with dairy or ice cream always gives me heartburn or always makes me gassy. So today I'm going to find another way to satisfy that need because I just don't have time for my stomach to feel bad. And if we hate our physical appearance so much, hi Amy, hi Lauren, hi Colleen, that we distrust our body so much that we can't sort through all that I just said, then we're in trouble. So if you're someone who already has a negative body image, what are you to do? Today I'm going to share one exercise that you can do. I have lots of others, notebooks and notebooks of them. And if you're somebody who really needs help in this area, then let's talk offline about doing some sessions to work through those issues. Because I wish I could share them all here, but nobody would watch because the video would be 15 hours long. But here's the exercise. And if you have pen and paper, you might just want to jot it down, or don't forget, you can always replay the video later on, or you can message me after the fact and I can send you the instructions specifically. But this exercise is about building body respect. And to feel good about your body, you need to respect your body. And what we hope to achieve through practicing this exercise, and it's not something that you can do just once. You need to do it over and over and hopefully daily, and hopefully build up to a couple times per day. What we want to achieve is, despite the fact that we might experience dissatisfaction with some of our body parts, we can honor and respect and take care of our body as a whole. So in this exercise, I want you to brainstorm all of the things that you can do to take care of and nurture yourself, your physical self. This would be things like ask for a shoulder rub, or ask for a foot rub, or go pay for a massage. Use a rumble roller if your muscles are really sore. If you don't know what that is, message me because it's the greatest invention ever. Scott got me one and it has changed my life. Take a warm bath. Float in a body of water, a pool, or just fill up the bathtub and float in it. Exercise, meditate, do yoga, go for a walk in nature, cuddle a baby, cuddle a pet, things like that. Things to nurture your physical self. And I want you to set a goal of doing one of these things every week. Pick the thing that you will do this week. Pick the time you will do it. Schedule it on your calendar. Put a reminder in your phone, and then no excuses. Physically take time to take care of and nurture your body. I forget, there's a little script down here. I forget to look at it. Then I want you to write some of your own affirmations. Things like, and these are scripted ones, but then I'll give you the version that I would do for myself. I thank my body for all the things it has done for me in the past and all the things it will do for me in the future. I am learning to trust my body and to make good use of the information it offers me. More and more, I will save my energy for what truly matters to me. I am aware that with each breath in, I am sending precious oxygen and rich nutrients to the places in my body that needs them most. Okay, so those are generic and those are great ones, and you can just write them down, read them off a piece of paper to yourself. But if it were me, and it is me, so what I changed them to are things like this. And I write these down, and you can ask Scott, but I have Post-its all over my house, and I move them around, and I have affirmations printed out from Pinterest, and they're just taped all over the place so I can read them. And they make a difference, believe me. I thank my body for all it has done for me. I thank it for years of service playing field hockey and lacrosse, because those sports have brought and continue to bring so many good things into my life, things that make me happy and bring me joy every day. I thank my body for carrying 2 children full term, for allowing me to conceive and give birth, and for giving me the strength and fortitude to be active and play with them and carry them as babies so they could have good experiences. I'm learning to trust my body when it tells me it's in pain, that it's hungry or tired, or just can't vacuum right now. This is all useful information, and if I don't sit down and rest, or if I don't get up and move, I will feel worse later. More and more, I will devote less energy to trying to change the way my body looks and devote more energy to trying to improve the way my body feels. I only have one body and one life, and I want to feel as good as I possibly can every day for the rest of my life. So those are some affirmations, and they really do make a difference. And I know this sounds like a bit much, but if you can get in the habit of talking to yourself when you're in the shower, or anytime you might have a few moments of privacy, and I know for many parents of young children or young people who live in dorms or people in other circumstances, having moments of privacy can be tough. But however you need to make it happen, make it happen. Carve out a few moments every day to look in the mirror and thank your body for all it does for you. Stand in the shower, look down at your body and thank it out loud. Whisper it if you're embarrassed to have your partner or whoever you live with hear you talking to yourself. But say it out loud, because that makes it count and it makes it real. You get out of your body what you pour into it. And that's not just physical stuff like food and exercise. Your mind is more powerful than any of the physical stuff you're made of. And you can literally change your body chemistry by creating positive energy within yourself. So that all got a little deep and a little heavy, especially for Valentine's Day. But I believe in this stuff so deeply, and the whole reason I'm doing what I'm doing here is because I want people to feel better and to be happier and to have more joy in their lives. Because what can be bad about having more happy people in the world? I mean, happy people commit fewer crimes. They don't hurt animals. They do fewer bad things. They contribute more to the world, and they do more for each other. When our cups are filled, we simply have more to give to others. So this is me giving to all of you all that I have learned, because I believe it makes a difference. So take what you will from my little videos. If you're somebody who suffers from a negative body image and it's disrupting your life and affecting your daily happiness, please reach out to me. I can coach you, I can help you, I can refer you to somebody in your area or just any reference that might help you in some way. If you know somebody else who suffers, send them my way. If your child is developing or is starting to develop bad feelings about their body, come and talk to me. I can help you. Again, I can refer you to trained therapists or dietitians that specialize in body positivity. So a few quotes, if you can humor me, this is going a little longer than I wanted to, but a few quotes I want to leave you with today, this Valentine's Day, when my hope for everybody listening is that you will love your body, you will treat it well, and you will teach others and help others to do the same. So the first quote is, hating your body won't make you thin, and being thin won't make you stop hating your body. Second quote is, losing weight does not cure bad body image. That's a big one that changed my life. And this is a long one, but this is a good one. Having positive body image isn't believing your body looks good. It's believing that your body is good, regardless of how it looks. It isn't thinking you are beautiful. It is knowing that you are more than beautiful. It's understanding that your body is an instrument for your use, not an ornament to be admired. And that last one is from Lindsay Kite. She's a PhD, and I think that's such an amazingly powerful statement. Your body is an instrument of health. We really talked about that a lot when I was in school at IIN. And your body is not an ornament for somebody else's entertainment. So I'm sorry I went way longer than I planned today. So if you stuck it out, thank you for watching. I hope you get some good self-care in today. It is Valentine's Day, and some good time with somebody who loves you. Say something positive to your body today to let it know you love it and appreciate it, and you wouldn't be here without it. And I just want to extend a quick invitation, because we're just a couple days before my team, my Beachbody team, is starting a challenge group on February 19th. This is a unique one, and this is why I'm all over this one, because I'm not really into the meal plans anymore. They are destructive to me, but I do use their workouts and I use their other supportive products. But this challenge group, it's unique because we'll be focusing on adding positive habits into your life rather than restricting, which we know doesn't work. We have a few spots left, and there's still enough time to order and get what you need. So if you have any interest at all, it's a really cool group of women. We're all on Facebook. We're in a Facebook group together, and we just provide support, supporting each other to work out every day and nourish our bodies with deep nutrition. And so that's my little plug for that. But love yourself, and happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you can join me next week, because I will be talking about intuitive eating in kids. Until then, be well, feel good, be happy. Bye for now.